Special buys. T-shirts, shorts, scales, nets, fishing kit and a rod. Let's go to Aldi. Special buy, special buy.
Excel checkout.
Oh, voila. Beginner fishing rod. Nets. Scales. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back. Right, so Aldi, as you saw, have just released a little sort of range of beginners fishing, or what they call it, yeah, beginners fishing kits, as they called it, which includes this small rod with a little set of lures, some hooks, some bubbles. There is a little scale which goes up to 48 pounds, I believe, or 22 kilos. We have a small fishing net or a fishing scoop. This is the only thing I'm a little bit worried about because I don't know whether or not you're going to have the kind of reach to really get in. Once it's extended, we can see what happens. It might be telescopic, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it might only be going that far, but I don't know yet. And then there was this cool little holdall, which I saw, which is a fishing tackle pouch, just sort of like a little satchel, which I'm assuming, I've not looked yet, will have little compartments for some fishing tackle. Also, there's a small section of clothing, black or green t-shirts and shorts. I've gone for the t-shirt. This is a quick drying t-shirt. Now it kind of feels like if you any gym goers out there, that kind of elasticy. It's not cotton. It's not cotton. It's like those sort of t-shirts that you put your kids in when you go on holidays to sort of protect them from the sun. That kind of rubbery material. But it says it's quick drying. It's quite nice. It's quite airy. It doesn't feel clammy. I've gone for an XL because I'm sure once the wife gives it a couple of washes, it'll probably go down to a medium anyway, so that's fine. Now that t-shirt was, let's have a look at the prices. T-shirt was £4.99. Again, it feels all right. It's quite nice colour. What have we got here? The fishing kit itself, the fishing rod, £7.99, and again I'll break all that out and we'll have a look. It comes loaded with £6 line. Let me just read the instructions. It includes a lure box, 10 pieces of salted size barbless hooks, 15 pieces of assorted soft lures, bubble floats, swivel and snaps, and the rod with £6 line. And on the back, which I'll sort of zoom in a bit later on, tells you instructions how to put it all together. Obviously the bail arm, putting the rod together, where to set swivels, and also obviously your shots, where to possibly putting it through the eyes, and then a few selection of knots and the floats. So again, we'll crack it out. Again, I just want to test it, see what the quality is like. It doesn't give me a like a strength of it. You know, it's definitely flimsy. It's definitely just going to be for floats, small silvers, or very small carp, maybe some crucians, that sort of thing. Tench. The scales are pretty cool. As I say, they're small. I think again they're only like £5. Scales. Yeah, because I bought 6. So yeah, there's a £5 each. The net and the scales, and the bag itself was £6.99. So again, I'm gonna have a look at that. Because next month I want to start doing some river fishing, and rather than me carrying my big backpack, I think that's going to be good just to carry some bait, a few little bits and bobs up and down the river rather than trolley and that sort of stuff. So yeah, so okay, I'm going to get all this out and go through each of it. But as I say, t-shirt, it's quite nice. It's, you know, the XL is definitely airy, but no, I like it. I think they're going to be fine. For now, let's just get this little rod set up. Now this really is a little rod. It's almost like a shotting rod. I mean, it's super cheap, super tacky. I mean, it really is. It really is. I mean, the reel itself is pretty much all plastic. Is it tightening up? Is that tightening up? There we go. Right. Wowzers. Okay, let's just tighten that up as well. A little bit at the bottom to tighten up for the reel. Bail arm. Yeah. Fix back when it needs to. All the eyes all lined up. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 eyes. It's definitely a flappy rod. This certainly won't be lifting any low single or you know, uppers or low doubles out of the water, but with regards to just casting out in front on a float, I don't see a problem. Again, I reckon age range, you know, your 6, 8, maybe 10-year-olds just starting out fishing, come down with your dad, your uncle, your granddad, whatever, pop that out into the margins. You know, yeah, it's all right, nice and light as well, nice and light for kids to use, so that's good. Let's just look at the tackle box. Contents of tackle box, as I say, soft lures, little sort of crayfish looking ones, and the usual sort of fantail spinner ones, and some swivels. Right, be careful because the swivels are mixed in with the hooks, so I've just stuck my finger in it and realised now these hooks that come with it, they're probably, that's going to be like a size, I don't know, maybe a size 8, 6 to 8 hook maybe. They're all barbless, they all look like they're the same size. It's very windy, I just hope my umbrella doesn't launch off into space. Yeah, they're all about the same size. You probably get, I think it said you get 10 barbless hooks. Well, we won't be using those today. And these floats. Okay, so you've got some strange. Push the top of the float down, releasing the hook at the base. Thread the fishing line over the hook in desired location. Release the top of the float, and this will secure the line. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll give that a go. I'm going to give that a go. Rather than, yeah, I'm literally going to use everything in apart from the hooks, because I mean, there are perch in here. I probably could chuck them out on a lure. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll after. We'll see how it goes afloat first. So I've got some maggots, and I've got the little float. So let's just thread this. Let's thread this on. Very clicky. Yeah, it's a very thick line for £6. Okay, let's tighten it up a bit. Wow. Okay, I mean you've got your forward and back as well. Obviously, lock the back. Very, 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 very curly line. So, okay. Well, we'll give it a go. Let's start blessing in the other bag. I did have some quick, what do I call them? I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, it's fine. I've got some hooks to nylon. Get some nice small ones. There you go. Look, size 14 to £4. Red. £4 to £14 reds. I've got some maggots. Very, very curly. And there's probably not much I can do about that in a minute. Through the loop, and then hook through the mainline hook. The loop, I mean. Went it again. Okay, we have the hook on the line. Now we can plumb the depth as well. I did have a. There it is. Okay, right. Plumb the depth, and then we can attach our float. See if it stays on. Hook in. Now here in this lake, it's probably, I don't know, it's about 4 foot. So let's just go a little way up, and let's see if this actually goes in. So I'm just going to go in by these little, by these lilies. It's down there. Okay. So we are a little bit over depth there. Right. Definitely need to tighten the reel. Let's take it down a bit. I do like the concept of these little floats, but whether they work in practice. Okay, that's still there, it's fine. Let's take it down a bit more. Again, just push that, lift the line, this there, and then straight in there. Okay, so a little shallower than I thought. Right, float's gone under there. Actually, it's gone quite a bit under. So, is it really shallow here? Okay, so there must be a slight marginal shelf there. Okay, so that's gone down. Now what I'm going to do, because I'm using maggots, I am going to fish a little bit off of the bottom. So I'm going to take it down a little bit more, just initially, and then I'm going to take that off. we are, and then we can use it. Let me just see if I can pull this line. Just chuck a few in. Right, just chucked a few in there, and I'm just going to go single maggot. You really don't want to be catching anything too big. There we go. Let's just plonk it in. Oh, need some shock. Let's just put a couple more on. One there, and just a little bit further down from it. Cover the maggots up. Right. Flush. Okay, that's held the float a bit better. Problem is the line is so windy. I don't know whether or not you're gonna actually see that go. Okay, time for the nets. Let's cut that. So this is a now, didn't quite work out if that was a bite. It looks that looks like a bite. There we go. I think we've got a bite. There we go. Well, it works. It certainly works, and there we go. Red maggot never fails to attract Mr. Perch. I see my brain. Not bad. So again, this is probably the sort of size you're going to be aiming for. You really don't want to be getting anything bigger than that. Right, let's just whack that back out. There. A couple of maggots on top. Right, back to the net. So the net is a, keep your eye on that float, Adventurid scoop net. Don't let your catch get away by using this scoop net to bring it safely to shore. Look, safe to bring it. Okay, that's not my English. Don't let your catch get away by using this scoop net to bring it safety to shore. Okay, this net is to scoop fish out of the water and return to shore smoothly and quickly without lifting too high out of the water. Collapsible. Right. Let's look at this way. So open it up, pops down. And there you go. Now, like I said, the length, cool little clip, and that's going to be, well, it's quite well made, it's quite sturdy. It's got a nice clip to clip onto your backpack or to your belt or something. Yeah, metal, oh there we go, it's clipped in better now. Metal frame, some beads across the net. Yeah, so I guess if you're kind of down here, down and up, yeah, I mean, or if you're in the river, I suppose, this is probably a bit more if you're in the river, you know, in your waders, that sort of thing, up to your thighs in water. But you know, when you compare it to, I guess a carp net. There we go, we're getting a bite there as well. There we go, got another bite. There you go, it's a rod. Oh, let's chomp that. Just get my... Oh, does it come off? No. Let's get my scourger. You'll be fishing for silvers, guys. Always have a scourger handy. That's the big one. There's my trusty silver. That's fine. Probably lost in there somewhere, but I will find another. There we go. You can pick these up in your tackle shop for peanuts, so just always have a few handy. I mean, look, let me just put it back in. So if I've got him in, reel a line up, got that. I mean, look, by the time, it's kind of hard to, I want this fish to keep suffering, but that. Can I reach? Can you even see that? Look. No. This clutches and that nightmare. So again, look. So if I'm leaning in to try and get the fish, I mean, look, he's out of the water. So yeah, net not exactly practical in my opinion. Definitely could have done with an extending pole. There we go. One rod. Okay. That's two of a few species that we're going to get here anyway, so it's kind of cool. Let's get another maggot on. Now, well, it works. For how long it'll work, I don't know. I mean, you turn that a smidge and all the line pulls off. Yeah, it's kind of... I'm stuck on there. Right, so let's just give it a cast. There you go. Reel. Leave it sitting there. A couple of maggots on top. There we go. Look, straight away. Swear a little bite. Now, bite indication isn't exactly fantastic. Okay. Well, you know, it's a £7, it's a £7-8 setup, and you probably do need to still buy a few bits. Obviously, you've got to get yourself some bait, unless you want to go out lure fishing, which I probably wouldn't advise that, considering this is a beginner set. The rod itself, this is quite a absurd little rod. I might actually use this, use it as like a little drop shot rod, because it's small enough and flexible enough. I think that'd be good for drop shotting. It's up and down. The reel itself, I mean, this definitely isn't going to last. I mean, you can feel the quality of the when you're twisting the top, tightening and loosening the clutch. You can feel the quality's not there. Again, I don't know. Let's say I like the little rod. The reel, I mean, you could buy yourself a reel. You could probably go on Amazon and pick up a little reel, or even like Angler Direct. 15 quid, 20 quid for a little reel, just so you've got a bit more quality on there, because I can definitely see this getting loose and flapping about. But the reel itself, no, perfectly fine. The rod itself is perfectly fine, just for silvers, and it's nice and light. This is great, exactly perfect for this, which is coming out to a little lake and, just killing a couple of hours. Right, so there we go. Verdict: rod out of 10. Probably have to give it like a, I don't know. As the rod itself is fine, the reel is not. 5 out of 5, 5 out of 10. The reel definitely needs to be better quality, but it does the job. As I say, if you were just planning a little trip out on holiday with your kids and there was a little lake nearby, you could take this, go into a tackle shop, get some maggots, some shot, and a couple of waggler floats, and you'll be fishing, and you'll be fishing all day, and it will definitely last a day. It might last a week. Is it going to last a year or two? Doubt it. But again, £7. So I think this would be a good purchase if you've got a couple of little kids. As I say, you just want them to amuse them for a couple of hours, dip their toe in, see if they like fishing. Because then at least if they don't, you're not going to have any worries. You're not going to be too upset getting rid of it, taking it down to charity shop or whatever. But as I say, I do like this rod. Right, let's have a look at the other bits I got. Oh, at least the rain stopped, which is great. The Adventure Ridge Fishing Tackle Pouch. Store all of your fishing essentials in this compact carry bag, including 3 plastic tackle box organisers. Comes with 3 organisers, a carry strap, and an easy grab handle. Let's have a look. Again, I have to cut this, but kind of nice. I like those easy grab handles. Opens up. Yeah. 3 tackle boxes. Each with the removable dividers. In case you've got, you want to put floats there, bits and bobs, so that's kind of cool. Little pocket in the top. Or put your battery pack in there or something. And then front zip. Quite a spacious pouch. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say about it, but say if you're going down the river, you don't want to be carrying tons and tons and tons of equipment with you. Good, yeah, like it, like that. Fishing scales. Not that I've caught anything yet worth actually weighing, but when I'm going to switch to my other rod, if I catch any carp, I'll get them on there. I mean, they're kind of cute, small. So yeah, you've got pounds at the top, kilos at the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Packs away nice and small. Yeah, there you go. So making adjustments as well. So you're putting your net on there. I need to put my net on there, which actually I will do. Let's just do that now. Yeah. So if I want to weigh a carp, my net, put it on there. And that's showing as about £2. Wet net, £2. Dial that back. There it works. Does it go the other way?
2 hours later.
Take it out. That's a shame. Well, slightly inaccurate scales. Well, in a pinch, will come in handy, I suppose. The lightweight, and actually, this is a cool feature. Just notice this. Tape measure. You can measure your catches as well. How long does that go? Okay, so it goes to 100 centimeters, 1 meter. All right, a bit more forgiving now. That's kind of cool. Again, I like that. Not accurate, but it's fine. you can measure roughly. You know, if you're one of those people that are kind of a ish, £30 ish, then that's fine. Right, well, I mean, what can we say? That's the fishing gear. T-shirt I like. Is the size right? I don't know. Soon find out after a couple of washes. I might even get a couple of large just to see and then take them back, but we'll see. The rod itself, bit of a letdown. The net, you might have to hold the back of someone as they reach in to fish it out. That pole is definitely too small. Unless again you're in waders and you're river fishing and you can sort of scoop out a fish at a sort of at waist height. I think that's definitely too short to use on the bank. Travel pouch I like. I'll be using that on the rivers next month. The stuff that comes with the rods. I mean, you know, boat fishing. Yeah, maybe with proper wagglers and the right setup and the hooks to hook a nylon. But yeah, the reel itself not very good quality. The net too short. The pack I like. The t-shirt I like. The scales. Scales again not very accurate. So your die-hard fishermen are going to be disappointed. The people that don't really care, they just want a rough estimate. Yeah, that'll work. That'll definitely work. So, and again, £5, 5.10. What's that? £17. Yeah, £17, and you're almost there. You do need to have a landing net, which I didn't sell, which is a bit of a shame. Our waters require a landing net for any time you're fishing, even though you can swing up a lot of those silvers, you're going to be swinging them anyway. They do want you to have a landing mat just in case there's anything bigger you do need to put it down on. Plus, you're going to need to get some shot. You could get some hooks and nylon, some waggler floats, and some bait, sweet corn, maggots. Then you'll be fishing. You'll be fishing for that week. So, you know, definitely don't knock it. But I probably think you're probably better off getting the Aldi, the little stuff. Yeah, bit of a shame. Overall, 5 out of 10, I think, guys. Sorry, Aldi, you need to do better. That's it, really. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to do some method fishing with some other gear I've got. I will use the scales just to show you if I get anything, just to see how accurate they are. Apart from that, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this review of all the Aldi merchandise that's just come out. Please like, please subscribe. And yeah, sorry there's not been any more videos out recently. I have been out fishing. I've been down to Cotton Farm a few times, blanking as usual. I'm back there tomorrow. I might be camping on Saturday. So there should be quite a big double bill coming up with carp fishing. I need to try and get an eel as well. There's eels in Campanile. I need to try and get an eel for the species list. Fingers crossed I actually get some carp in the next couple of days, which I'll have a video for. If you don't see anything coming out for a while, then I've probably blanked. So there you go. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Is there an Aldi near you? Would you pop down? Are you going to think about getting this stuff? Yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.